Stock Talk with Nico Criticos. Today, we're going to do some analysis to see what stocks Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway are selling, as well as what stocks are they buying. So, the first one on the list is UPS, and this one they sold 100% out. So, there's actually for this past quarter, there's a lot of companies they sold out of 100%. UPS, Procter & Gamble, Mondelez, Johnson & Johnson, Celanese, General Motors, Activision Blizzard, and then there's a bunch of other ones like Amazon, Chevron, HP, where they sold a fraction, right? But the interesting ones are these ones where they sold 100% of, especially UPS, because UPS is a stock that I've been buying heavy the past couple of months because I think it's at a pretty good valuation. I think UPS is one of those companies that has a strong moat, and even if they have a weak year, like they're expected to this holiday season, I still think it will recover. It's only a matter of time. But Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett disagrees. So they're not always right. They make lots of wrong choices, but it's still interesting because this company manages over $300 billion. And so it's good to know what they are buying and selling because, for one, when news comes out that they are buying and selling a stock, if it's a drastic move, it can influence the market and what investors are thinking. So this is what they are selling. Okay, let's look at what they are buying. They bought a couple different companies here. Really, ones that I'm not too familiar with. Now, keep in mind, these are actually these are pretty small changes. We're talking about less than 1%, right? We're talking about a fraction of a percent change to the portfolio. The one that I'm most familiar with here would be Sirius XM, where this is one where I kind of get it, but I wouldn't be too confident or bullish on this because there's a lot of competition, and it makes sense that you would, a lot of the new cars already come with this installed, and you get like a short-term subscription with it, and then you can subscribe to it for the long term, right? So that one kind of makes sense, but even that one I'd be very skeptical. And then these other ones I'm not too familiar with, but they still made very small, this is a 10th and a 20th of a percent change to the portfolio. So not a lot. But going back to the sells, even the Amazon one is kind of, I wouldn't be selling. Let's see. If we go to Amazon, I just made a video on Amazon yesterday, and when you run the numbers and look at the analysis, it still looks like there's lots of room for this stock to run. The PE ratio is not that expensive. Then there's other ones I'm not too. Let's see. I don't have a super strong opinion on too many of these. Procter & Gamble, I would think this is one where I feel like the stock doesn't really move too much. Let's see how much it's up on the year. Yeah, it's only up 3% on the year. The last 5%, it's up 66%, which is a pretty significant underperformance of the general market, whether you look at the S&P or the NASDAQ, especially the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ has done like double that. Even the S&P, though, has significantly outperformed. So, and I mean, if you're looking for something even more, something less risky, more predictable, then I can understand why you'd put this in the portfolio. But at the same time, so they pay a 2.5% dividend. But at the same time, if you want to make something that's predictable, I would just be putting my money into cash and, earning 5% interest like you can with a bunch of different types of accounts out there. Robinhood Gold offers that. So I would say that the most shocking ones are probably Amazon and UPS, especially UPS, because I don't see how this is a good time to sell UPS. But I guess the only thing would be if they found a better place to put the money. I wouldn't say Sirius XM is one of those companies, but that could be the only thing, is that if they found a better place to invest the money, that could be why. But other than that, these are all the companies that Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway are buying and selling. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.